Good day, everyone. So, we are the last group and we are tasked to discuss the rules and competencies of school heads. Now, let's define first the rules of school heads. Roles or functions is played by a person particular in the institution of education. So it is refers to a responsible for the effective general management of school for ensuring the provision of academic, leadership, and strategic vision for the quality of students' learning, especially in the classroom environment. And it is commonly the roles of school heads who have the greatest responsibility to provide leadership and vision for ensuring the management of school. They are also responsible for establishing a clear direction for the school, articulating goals, and inspiring both staff and students to work towards achieving them. The next is the competencies. So it is refers to the essential knowledge, skills, and behaviors required for effective leadership, the ability to do something successfully or efficiently. So the competencies of school heads, often referred to as principals or educational leaders, are essential attributes that enable them to effectively lead and manage educational institutions. This competencies also encompasses various goals and objectives that are critical for fostering a positive learning environment, guiding instructional practices, and ensuring the overall success of the school community. So, as stated in Chapter 1, Section 5E of RE 9155, the school head is an instructional leadership and administrative leadership because the main function of school head is the learning of the students. Now, we have the two types of leadership. The first is instructional leadership and the second is administrative leadership. So let's define first the first, which is the instructional leadership. So instructional leadership, he or she supervises instructions. So it is refers to the observation of school heads to the teachers while they teach. For example, is conducting a observation conference with individuals, teachers, or mentoring and coaching them, ensuring that the teachers have the resources for teaching. The second is administrative leaderships. So it is concerns of physical improvement and fund sourcing. So the administrative leadership, school head is responsible for spend time in soliciting funds for using in flag pool, stage, classroom, path walk, so the instructional leaderships, it talks about the observations to the teachers, while the administrative leaderships it's about funding used for the schools or the overall institutions of the school. Now let's proceed to the competencies-based standard for school heads or the NCBSSH issued in Deped Order 32 series of 2010 on April 16, 2010. So this is refers to the respective school heads competencies for both instructional leadership and administrative leadership. Now, what is the competencies-based standard for school heads? It is a list of competency standards which can be used as basis for the school heads' decision-making, actions, and performances of their functions. It is also used as the basis for the preparations of comprehensive training development based on the expected task that will be utilized to deliver training programs to ensure efficiency, effectiveness, and excellence. Excellence of school heads' jobs performance. Now, in the competencies of school heads, we have the core principles, which is the school heads are competent, committed, and accountable in improving access to quality and relevant education for all through transformational leadership and high degree professionalism. So these core principles emphasizes the essential qualities and responsibilities of school heads in the educational landscape because school heads should possess skills and knowledge to effectively manage the educational institutions. So this is the competencies of school head. In Domain 1, the school leadership developing and communicating vision, mission, goals, and objectives. So these competencies involves creating a clear and inspiring vision for the school that aligns with its mission and goals. Effective school leaderships articulate this vision to all stakeholders, ensuring that everyone understands the direction and purpose of the school. These communications foster a shared commitment to achieving the established objectives. The second is data-based strategic planning. So this competency emphasizes the importance of using data to inform decision making and strategic planning. School leaders should analyze various data resources such as student performance, metrics, and demographic information to identify the strengths and areas for improvement. This data-driven approach helps the setting realistic goals and developing actionable to plans to enhance educational outcomes, especially the outcomes of the students. So the third is problem solving. So effective problem solving, living skills are crucial for school leaders as they encounter various challenges in the educational environment. So this competency it involves identifying issues, analyzing potential solutions, and implementing strategies to address problems. School leadership must be adept at navigating complex situations and making informed decisions that benefit the school community. So, for example, of problem solving if the school faces high dropout rates, so the school heads leaders might convince a task force to investigate the causes and develop a mentorship program to support at risk of the students. So the fourth in domain one is building high performance teams. So this competency focuses on fostering collaboration and teamwork among staff members. School leaders work to create a positive culture that encourages professional development, shared responsibility, and collective accountability. So by building performance teams, leaders enhance staff morale and improve overall performance of the school. Coordinating with others. It is refers to the school leaderships that requires collaboration with various stakeholders, including teachers, parents, community members, and district officials. This competency involves establishing effective communication channels and partnerships to support the school's mission. So, by coordinating with others, it ensures that diverse perspectives are considered and that resources are utilized effectively. So, for example of that, if school leaders might partner with local businesses to create internship opportunities for students and enhancing community engagement and support. So the last is leading and managing change. This competency is essential for navigating the dynamic nature of education. School leaders must be able to initiate, implement, and sustain change initiatives that improve school performance. So this involves understanding the change process, addressing resistance, and providing support to staff and students during transitions. Effective leaders inspire and guide their teams through change, ensuring that the school adapts new challenges and opportunities. So, for example, of this is when the school heads implementing a new technology initiative, a leader might provide training sessions for the staff and regular updates to keep everyone informed and engaged, especially the teachers and the students. Now let's proceed to the domain 2, which is the instructional leadership. So under of the instructional leadership, the first we have the assessment of learning. So assessment of learning involves using various assessment methods to inform and enhance the teaching and learning process. This competency emphasizes the importance of formative assessment which provide ongoing feedback to both educators and students, allowing for adjustments in instruction to meet the learner's need. It's usually involve different types of assessment. For example, of assessment is formative assessment, summative assessment, and diagnostic assessment. The next is developing programs for adapting existing programs competency. So this competency focuses on the ability to create new educational programs or modify existing ones to better meet the needs of students and the educational environments. So this requires a deep understanding of curriculum design, educational standards, and the specific needs of the student population. It involves conducting needs assessment to identify gaps in current programs. For example, is that by collaborating with stakeholders, teachers, parents, and the community to gather input or utilizing research-based practices to inform a program development and ensuring programs are culturally responsive and inclusive. The next is implementing programs for instructional improvement. Implementing programs for improvement, this competency involves the effective execution of educational programs aimed at enhancing student learning outcomes. So it requires strategic planning, resource allocation, and ongoing evaluation to ensure that programs are successful and sustainable. So this includes developing a clear implementation plan that outlines goals, timelines, and responsibilities, as well as allocating resources for the personnel materials effectively to support program implementations. And the last is monitoring and evaluating the program's impact on students' learning and making necessary adjustments based on the data. Now let's proceed to the domain 3, which is creating a student-centered learning climates. So under of that, the first we have the setting high academic expectations. So this competency involves establishing rigorous academic standards and fostering a culture of excellence within the school. It emphasizes the importance of believing in every student's potential, encouraging them to strive for their best. It also includes promoting a growth mindset among students and staff. It also encourages the belief that abilities can be developed through dedications and hard work. By providing the necessary support, resources, and interventions to help students meet these high expectations, such as differentiated instructions, recognizing and celebrating student achievements, both big and small, to motivate and inspire to continued effort and improvement. And the last, under to the domain 3, is creating school environment focused on the needs of the learners. So this competency emphasizes the importance of tailoring the educational environment to meet the diverse needs of all learners. So it involves creating an inclusive, supportive, and engaging atmosphere that fosters students' well-being and academic success. This could involve implementing strategies that accommodate diverse learning styles, backgrounds, and abilities, ensuring that all students can feel valued and included, safe, and supportive environment. So overall, the roles of school heads are important, especially to the functioning and success of the educational institutions, because they serve as the visionaries guiding the direction of the school while fostering an environment conducive to learning and growth. While the competencies or the domain of school heads are also important, for the effective educational leadership and the overall success of the schools.
So the next domain and competency is the HR management and professional development. We have creating a professional learning community. So in a school where teachers don't just work together but actively learn from each other, that's the goal of a professional learning community. The school heads create this by encouraging collaboration, providing learning, providing resources like professional development, and making sure everyone has the time and support to grow. The next, we have the recruitment and hiring. The school heads are responsible for recruiting and hiring teachers and staff good, who are a good fit for the school's values. This means having a plan for find this means that having a plan for finding the best candidates, like conducting fair interviews and making sure everyone is on board with the school vision. And the last, we have the managing performance of teachers and staff. So once teachers and staff are hired, the school heads need to make sure they are supported and have opportunities to grow. This includes setting clear expectations, like providing regular feedback and offering professional development opportunities. The next domain and competency is parent involvement and community partnership. First, we have the parental involvement. So, the school heads know that parents are their students' first and most important teachers. They actively encourage parents to be involved in the children's education, offering opportunities for communication, participation in school events, and even volunteering. So this partnership helps create a strong foundation for the student success and everything. And the second is the external community partnership. So the school don't exist in isolation. The school heads build relationship with mga local businesses, organizations, and community leaders to create a network of support for the school. So this can involve collaborating on projects, seeking resources, or simply raising awareness about the school's needs and achievements. So by working together, the schools and communities can create a more vibrant and supportive learning environment for all. The next domain is domain 6, school management and operations. First, we have the managing school operations. So the school heads are responsible for the day-to-day operations of the school, from managing schedules and facilities to overseeing the student safety and discipline. So they make sure everything runs smoothly so teachers and students can focus on learning. And this includes making sure that classrooms are clean and well equipped, and also creating a safe and orderly environment, and handling any issues that arise during the school day as well. So the next is fiscal management. Um, School heads are entrusted with the school's budget and must make sure that financial decisions ensure resources are used wisely. So this includes planning for the future, making expenses, and finding ways to maximize the impact of every pesos or dollar. So they need to make sure that there is enough money for everything the school needs, from teacher salaries and supplies to repairs and new equipment. They also need to be creative in finding ways to get more money for the school, like applying for the grants, or organizing um, fundraising mga events. And the third one is use of technology in the management of operations. So the school heads um, should understand the importance of technology in today's world. So they integrate technology into school operations, from using online learning platforms to managing students' records and communications. So this help create more efficient and engaging learning environment for everyone, especially for the students. So they need to make sure the school has the kanang technology um, that needs to support teaching and learning, like mga computers, internet to access, and mga software. They also need to make sure that teachers and students know how to use mga technology. effectively. The last domain and competency is personal and professional attributes and interpersonal effectiveness. So first we have the professionalism. So the school heads are role models for student teachers and the community as well. They demonstrate professionalism in their actions, communications, and interactions, which setting a high standard for everyone. So professionalism means being punctual, prepared, and dressed appropriately and acting respectfully towards everyone. So the school heads should also maintain a positive and professional attitude even when facing mga challenges. So as school heads, actions and words have a strong influence on the school culture. So if they are respectful and responsible, it sets the standard. It sets the stage to for others to follow suit. We have the next is communication. So effective communications is essential for school heads. They need to be able to explain their vision, share share information clearly, and of course listen attentively to others. So this build trust and understanding within the school community. So the school heads needs to clearly articulate their goals and visions for the school, like inspiring others to work towards a common purpose. Um, they should they should encourage also open dialogue and then feedback and creating a safe space for everyone to share their ideas and mga concerns. So the school heads should listen also attentively to others, understand their mga perspectives, and responding with empathy and respect. We have the interpersonal sensitivity. So the school heads are sensitive to the needs and perspectives of others. They treat everyone with fairness and respect, creating an inclusive environment where everyone feels valued. This means that being aware of cultural differences, like differences, learning styles, and individual needs. So the school heads should strive to create an environment where everyone feels like comfortable, then supported, and then the school heads also make decisions based on fairness and equity, ensuring that all students and staff have equal opportunities and access to resources. The last one, um, fairness, honesty, and integrity. So the school heads are honest and have strong integrity. They make mga ethical decisions, act with transparency, and always strive to do what is best for the school and for the students as well. So the school heads act with honesty and transparency even when it's difficult. They are accountable for their actions and decisions, and school heads make decisions based on what is right, even when it's not easy. They consider the impact of their decisions on all stakeholders.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Christine May Hernaez. Today, I will be discussing the stakeholders engagement. So, when we say stakeholders engagement, no, it is about the process of building positive, collaborative relationship with individuals and groups who have an interest in the school, such as the parents, staff, students, community members, and partners. It involves open communication involving stakeholders in decision making and fostering trust to support the school's goals and enhance student success. The first part of the stakeholders engagement is promoting shared responsibility for school improvement. This involves cultivating an environment of mutual trust and collaborative effort among staff, students, and parents, leading teams effectively and maintaining open communication channels, empower everyone to actively contribute towards enhancing school quality and outcomes. So the first one is build trust and lead teams communication for schools improvement. Establishing trust is foundational to fostering a collaborative environment. Leading teams effectively involves open communication, clarity, and reliability, which inspire confidence among participants. By building trust, leaders enable a culture where everyone feels invested and are responsible for improving the school's performance. Next is empower the community to work for enhancement of schools' performance. Involving parents, community members, and students creates a shared responsibility for school. By empowering them with knowledge, resource, and voice in decision making, schools can benefit from diverse perspective and support that enhance overall performance and address community needs. So the next part of the stakeholders engagement is managing education, alliance, and networks. Successful engagement with various stakeholders such as the parents, community groups, and educational partners requires clear information, information communication, partnerships, facilitation, and focus on building consensus. The ability to manage conflicts and negotiable ensures that positive and productive environment for school and community. So first one is the communicate effectively with different stakeholders. So communication with various stakeholders including the staff, parents, students, and community organizations ensures that everyone is informed and engaged. Clear and consistent communication helps prevent misunderstanding, builds transparency, and ensures that the school's goals will understood by all involved. The next is the facilitate schools community partnership and activities. So partnership with local organization, business, and families strengthening the school community. This collaboration can provide resources, volunteers, opportunities, and learning experience that benefit students and foster a sense of belonging and mutual support within school environment. The next one is promote consensus building. So when decision needs to be made, consensus building encourage all voices to be heard and valued. This approach leads to greater acceptance and commitment to outcomes, ensuring that stakeholders feel ownership over decision and more likely to support and enact them. The next one is manage conflict and practice negotiation skills. Conflicts are natural, part of any organization. Um, and the ability to handle them constructively is essential. Effective negotiation and conflict resolution skills help maintain a positive schools culture, address the concerns promptly, and prevent issues from escalating. So number three is stakeholders engagement is sustaining collaborative relationship with stakeholders. Keeping long-term partnership with stakeholders is essential for ongoing support. This involves sharing performance updates and backing community-driven programs that align with schools' values, fostering trust and shared vision for school success. another part of the stakeholders engagement no, is sustaining collaborative relationship with stakeholders. Keeping long-term partnership with stakeholders is essential for ongoing support. No, this involves sharing performance updates and backing community-driven programs that align with school values, fostering trust and shared vision for school success. The first part of sustaining collaborative relationship with stakeholders no, is support community-based programs and projects. Schools that actively supports community-driven initiatives build a stronger communication with their surroundings. No, these programs help them reflect the needs and interests of the community, aligning schools' goals and local inspiration and fostering goodwill. The next one no is communicate schools performance report to stakeholders. Transparent reporting on schools' performance keep stakeholders informed of success, challenges, and areas for improvement. Regularly sharing this information builds accountability, allows stakeholders to track progress, and encourage input on the future priorities. So number 4 no is managing school resources and system. This managing schools resources and system effective school resource management means handling financial assets wisely, creating conducive learning environments, and ensuring organized system and procedures. This approach no helps maintain a productive, secure, and supportive educational setting. The next one is managing financial resources. Proper financial management ensures that the school's budget is used effectively to support both short and long term goals. This involves planning, monitoring expenses, and making decisions that maximize the use of funds for the benefit of students and staff. The next one no is manage learning environments. Creating a supportive learning environment involves not only maintaining physical space but also ensuring that they are safe, welcoming, and conducive to learning. This encompasses classroom management, technology integration, and overall school's atmosphere. The next one no, is manage system and procedures. Well-defined system and procedures helps streamline schools' operation, reduce inefficiencies, and ensures consistency. This organizational structure no supports staff and students by creating a stable, predictable environment. Number 5 no is managing staff performance. Overseeing personnel involves meeting staffing needs, encouraging staff development, and acknowledging their efforts. Supporting professionals' growth ensures that staff remains engaged, skills, and motivated, directly impacting the quality of education. The first part of the managing staff performance is manage schools' personnel requirements. So managing schools' personnel requirements no involves ensuring that school has the right staff in the right rules, covering hiring, staffing levels, rules, assignments, and workload balance. This supports smooth operations and meets both students' needs and organizational goals. The next one is support professional development of staff. Schools no must carefully assess staffing needs, provide opportunities for professional growth, and recognize achievements. Investing in staff development leads to higher morale, improved performance, and better retention, which positively impacts students' outcomes. The next one no is recognize staff performance. It is very important no to recognizing staff performance. This means no acknowledging and rewarding the efforts and achievement of school staff. This boosts moral, motivates employees, and fosters a positive culture focused on continuous improvement and dedication. So number 6 no is managing sustainable schools program and projects. To maintain a forward-thinking educational environment, schools must focus on programs that support sustainable development by demonstrating effective project management skills. Leaders ensures that these initiatives are successful and beneficial long-term alignment with both educational and environmental goals. So the first part no is demonstrate program and project management skills. Demonstrating programs no and project management involves overseeing initiative from planning through execution to ensure they meet goals, stay on budget, and are completed on time. Next no is promote school-based programs and projects that support sustainable development. Schools no should prioritize sustainability, promoting programs and projects that align with environmental and social goals. Effective project management ensures that initiatives are truly planned, implemented, and monitored, creating a lasting positive impact on both on the schools and the community. Overall, no, effective stakeholders engagement fosters a collaborative school environment where trust, clear communication, and shared responsibility drive improvement. By involving all stakeholders in meaningful ways, schools can achieve lasting positive outcomes for students and the community. Thank you for listening.
Good day, everyone. My name is Farizame V. Maganyang. So for today, I'm going to discuss about next domain is instructional leadership or IL. Instructional leader encourage in support teachers to improve their teaching practices leading to increased student achievement. So instructional leaders provide coaching, the mentoring for the teachers in their school. Teachers require variety of materials and resources in order to their job effectively. So number one is leading curriculum and improvement. So 1.1 is manage curriculum implementation. So in here, school head should initiatively call an activities that support curriculum implementation that can review, enrich, and contextualize curriculum programs and leading resources. The next is 1.2 to promote sensitivity of diversity and differentiated instruction. So teachers should ensure and consider the diversity in planning and delivering differentiated instruction to sustain initiatives and incorporate respect. So the next is number 2 is creating a learner-centric environment. So 2.1 promotes learner-centered activities. So it needs to collaborate with your teachers and analyzing student work to address learning needs and provide comfortable learning environment. That means learners holistic development ensure that teachers promote lifelong self-directed learning. So the next is 2.2 is to promote a healthy, safe, and inclusive environment. So to provide a healthy and safe learning environment and needs to ensure that school facilities and learning are accessible to all learners, and also always maintain the school environment and safe and clean hazard free. So the 2.3 is promote a culture of peace and respect for the university. School heads should implement school policies that promote peace and respect to diversity to foster the development among students and teachers. Next one is number 3, supervising and evaluating teachers. For 3.1, applying appropriate models for supervision and production. So it should evaluate the teacher's work to provide actionable feedback by the use of technology at multiple sources to improve the supervising practice. So the next one is 3.2 is to nature teachers, teacher leaders. So in here, we should recognize the potential leaders and facilitate their development through seminars and workshops so that they can influence others to be education leaders and advocates. Number 4 is delivering plan learning outcome. For 4.1, it needs to promote team-based approaches to instructional leadership. So in here, it needs to create a highly effective them enhance full performance and promote a professional learning that empowers teaching to share their best work to support and learn each other. For the next one is 4.2 is to manage assessment to improve teaching and learning. It needs to ensure that standard and goals are related to student assessment that are communicated to stakeholders, and it can use the learner's assessment result for the decision making.
The next domain is personal excellence. First one is managing personal effectiveness. This means how well school heads manage themselves and their work. Example of this is number one example of this is lead by example. School heads should show good behavior and strong work ethics. For example, if a principal arrives on time and works hard, teachers and the student also will be encouraged to do the same thing. Number 2 is demonstrate transparency and accountability. Leaders should be open about their decision. For instance, if a school heads make a change in school policy, they should explain why and listen to those feedbacks. By doing this builds trust within the school community. Third one is practice a balanced, healthy lifestyle. School heads should take care of their physical and mental health. This means exercising regularly, eating well, and also managing stress. For example, they might encourage staff to join wellness programs. Fourth one is take pride in one's profession. When school leaders show pride in their work, it inspires others. For instance, a principal might celebrate teacher achievements in staff meetings and encouraging everyone to value their role in education. The fifth one is deliver results. School heads need to focus on achieving goals. For example, if they aim to improve a student's test scores, they should create plans and check progress regularly to ensure that goals are met. And number 2 is acting on challenges and possibilities. This refers to how school heads respond to problems and look for new opportunities. Important skills include first one is managing priorities. Leaders must decide what tasks are most important. For example, if a school has a limited budget, the head should prioritize spending on essential programs that directly benefit students rather than things doesn't that is not important. Number another is exhibit deceiveness in addressing challenges. When problems arise, school heads should make quick and effective decisions. For instance, if there is a sudden staff shortage, the principal should quickly find solutions to maintain student learning. The next one is exhibit an enterprising attitude. School leaders should be willing to try new ideas. For example, they might introduce new teaching methods or new technology to improve a students' engagement and learning outcomes. Number three is pursuing continuous professional development. This means that school heads should always seek to improve themselves. These key actions include first one is take responsibility for lifelong learning. School heads should always seek to learn and grow. For example, attending workshops or courses helps them stay updated on new teaching strategies and school management practices. The next one is advocate ASEAN values and perspectives. Leaders should promote values like respect and teamwork among students and staff. For instance, they can organize cultural events that celebrate the diversity of ASEAN countries, helping everyone appreciate different learning cultures. School heads in the Philippines and Southeast Asia should develop these competencies in personal excellence by managing their effectiveness, responding to the challenges, and committing to lifelong learning. They can lead their schools successfully.